Hi and welcome to my first attempt at a art tutorial. All you'll need for this tutorial is a pen and paper. I will also be using a red pen to help show the guidelines that I'm going to be using. Please be aware I am doing this for fun and this is also my first attempt at teaching a tutorial, so let's get started. So here is the character that I'm going to be teaching you guys, although I'm mostly going to be teaching the basics and you guys can create any character based off of what I teach in this little tutorial. So to start with, we're going to break this character down into the basic shapes, which are a circle for the head, a small rectangle for the neck, and a rectangle for the body. For some reason, I couldn't draw a straight rectangle. Don't know what happened. So we're just going to pretend that's an okay rectangle. Anyway, we then put all the shapes together. So again, the circle is the head. The rectangle is the neck. And then the larger rectangle is the body. Okay, so the next bit I'm going to teach is the face, which is probably the most complicated bit of this whole tutorial, so hopefully it's not too confusing. To start with, we immediately cut the circle into 4, like so. The next bit is technically optional, but if you want to add an ear, then it goes on the side of the head, and I always make it so that the top bit just about touches the eye line. But if you don't want to draw an ear, you don't have to draw an ear. The horizontal line is then for the eyes, so the eyes can be anywhere. I'm just doing simple eyes, you guys can design your eyes however you like. And then halfway between this line, that is where the nose is, and then halfway between the new line and the bottom of the circle is where the mouth goes. Again, I'm just doing the basic shapes. You guys can do whatever eyes, nose and mouth you like. And now let's give our character more of a body. So going diagonally from the corner of the rectangle, this is basically the shoulders to the body. So now the character technically has arms, if you can see them. And then this is the neckline of the t-shirt. Again, you can do whatever kind of t-shirt, you can give it a v-neck top. All that matters is that the neck is inside of the new shape. Later on in this tutorial, I will be showing how to draw a hoodie, but for now we just add the clothing creases, which is basically just a wonky L off the bottom line into the arm part. And now the fun bit, the hair. I am again just going to show you a basic hairstyle. So the fringe is usually halfway between the eyes and the top of the head. Again, you don't necessarily have to do this, hair is weird. And then I always go up when beginning my fringes, but again, you don't necessarily have to. And I am going to try and give it a basic fringe on one side. I always again do a longer piece of hair going down past the ears. For the other side, I'm going to show a fringe that goes over the eye. Again, fringes are weird, hair is weird, you can kind of do anything you like. I try and keep the fringe against the circle as much as possible so that it connects to the face. Now for the top of the hair, I always go slightly above the circle, but that's because I like my character to have fluffy hair. So it starts with almost an M shape going off the head, and then I do these sort of curled spikes just to give it again this sort of messier hair look. But again, that's completely optional. When doing this sort of flick shape though, it's important not to do what I'd call like straight triangles, as this is a common thing when people start drawing hair. The difference is rather simple. Basically, instead of doing straight lines, they end up being more of a curved triangle rather than a straight triangle. But again, you guys can draw your hair however you like. This is just how I do my hair. And that is kind of the basic character. I'm now going to show a different character design using the same base that I used when doing the first character. I've done it in red just to show the difference, and I don't know why I struggled so much just to outline this semicircle, but again, let's just pretend that's not like that. So yeah, again, the eyes go along that line, the nose is about halfway between Here are the actual lines fully drawn because I realised that's so much easier to see. So again, that's the nose and the mouth one, and I've also done the fringe line as well, but you'll see in a minute I kind of ignore that. So this is how to do a basic hood shape. It's kind of almost like a semicircle going all the way around the neck and then meeting in the middle in almost kind of a V shape, and then you add the tassels. Then using the rectangle, I kind of made the shoulders slope slightly, and then because I chose to do the hoodie more as like a baggy hoodie, I do the shoulders like normal going all the way down, but I almost cut off like the very smallest bit, and then this is how I do the new shoulders. It's almost like a line just going diagonally from the top corner of it, and so that the sleeves are a lot more baggier this time around. And here I am ignoring the fringe line because again the line is just there as a guide. It helped me keep the fringe completely straight as the gap between the fringe and the fringe line is almost the same, but I wanted the fringe to be lower down on the face. Again, I go a little bit above the top of the circle when completing the hair. And like I say, the hair can be anything. The hair is kind of its own thing. You can make the hair as big or as small on the head as you like. Hair is the strange thing. I do also add in the ear on the other side since the ear can be seen and it's not covered by hair. And then just for fun, I shade these little parts in. So as you can see, it's a completely different character from the first one using the same pattern. And here are 3 more examples of just how creative you can be just using the initial guidelines. And the best part about this is with the guidelines you can almost use any shape, so feel free to use these 3 random examples and create some bizarre characters. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful, and feel free to hit that subscribe button.